Hi everyone, here is chapter 16. We take a Zebra to Vegas chapter summary. So, we start the chapter. Percy is returning the shield to Ares and not too happy. And remember that Ares just being around has made everyone feel a little edgy, a little growly. So Ares says, here's some help. I have a ride for you to LA. And it's in a truck full of animals, and it has only one stop in Las Vegas. Okay, so he also gives them a backpack with some clothes, $20, a bunch of drachmas, and a bag of double stuffed Oreos. Very delicious. Now, if you were following the summaries that I've done, we'll go back to chapter 14, just when Percy's in the Mississippi River and that's water spirit talking to him. She mentioned, don't trust the gifts. So is this one of the gifts he's not supposed to trust? Is this an okay gift? Is this just Ares being nice? I'm not sure if he's capable of that. So anyways, he's telling Percy something about his mom. He, part of the deal of rescuing his shield was to get info on his mom, and apparently his mom is not dead. She did melt into gold, and apparently she's in the underworld as a hostage of Hades. And he's like, don't you know anything about war? So I guess that is ensuring that Percy would go to Hades' underground lair. Okay. So they get into their truck, they're ready to go, and they are in the vehicle. And this is a little couple paragraphs I'd like to read. So the trailer was dark inside until I uncapped Anaklusmos. The blade cast a faint bronze light over a very sad scene. Sitting in a row of filthy metal cages were three of the most pathetic zoo animals I'd ever beheld. A zebra, a male albino lion, and some weird antelope thing I didn't know the name for. Someone had thrown the lion a sack of turnips, which he obviously didn't want to eat. The zebra and the antelope had each gotten a styrofoam tray of hamburger meat. The zebra's mane was matted with chewing gum, like somebody had been spitting on it in their spare time. The antelope had a stupid silver birthday balloon tied to one of his horns that read over the hill. So these animals are not taken care of. And we're going to see some empathy from Percy and Annabeth that they feel sorry for these animals, and Grover feels super strongly about it because he likes to protect nature and animals and that. So, as we're traveling along, Annabeth apologizes to Percy a bit that she just freaked out about spiders. And, excuse me, and there's a story behind her spiders. So, Annabeth, she says, she shuddered, spiders. Because of the Arachne story, I guessed. She got turned into a spider for challenging your mom to a weaving contest, right? Annabeth nodded. Arachne's children have been taking revenge on the children of Athena ever since. If there's a spider within a mile of me, it'll find me. I hate the creepy little things. Anyway, I owe you. So if you know anything about fears, the fear of spiders is called arachnophobia, coming from this person. So Grover is talking with Percy, and Percy's finally piecing things together. And he goes, Grover, you tried to save Thalia. And there were other two campers that were with him, and those other two were Annabeth and Luke. So I'm not sure if you put that together, but that's who Grover was trying to protect. And unfortunately, Thalia didn't make it. He blames himself, but they all said, no, don't worry, Grover, it's not your fault. You saved us. So everyone's trying to get a little sleep before they go to Vegas. And we have another dream for Percy. So, another voice, one I almost recognized, answered at my shoulder. Nothing, my lord. He is as ignorant as the rest. I looked over, but no one was there. The speaker was invisible. Deception upon deception, the thing in the pit mused aloud. Excellent. Truly, my lord, said the voice next to me, you are well named, the Crooked One. But was it all really necessary? I could have brought you what I stole directly. You? The monster said in scorn. You have already shown your limits. You would have failed me completely had I not intervened. But my lord, peace, little servant. Our 6 months have bought us much. Zeus's anger has grown. Poseidon has played his most desperate card. Now we shall use it against him. Shortly, you shall have the reward you wish and your revenge, as soon as both items are delivered into my hands. But wait, he is here. What? The invisible servant suddenly sounded tense. You summoned him, my lord? No. The full force of the monster's attention was now pouring over me, freezing me in place. Blast his father's blood. He is too changeable, too unpredictable. The boy brought himself hither. Impossible, the servant cried. For a weakling such as you, perhaps, the voice snarled. Then its cold power turned back on me. So, you wish to dream of your quest, young half-blood? Then I will oblige. So this is this dream Percy's been having, this strange voice deep underground, and a voice that's familiar to him, but he can't see who they are. So, anyways, they continue. The drivers of the truck, they stop, come give some water. They're pretty mean. And then Annabeth played a little trick. She snuck out with her invisibility hat, knocked on the door, and they went looking for it. And during that time, they decided they are going to free these 3 animals. And they run off and into the wild. And Percy is like, are you sure they'll be okay? And Grover says, don't worry, I've placed a satyr's sanctuary on them. Meaning they'll reach the wild safely, he said. They'll find water, food, shade, whatever they need until they find a safe place to live. Why can't you place a blessing like that on us, I asked. It only works on wild animals. So the satyr sanctuary. So those 3 animals will be safe, which is a good thing. Okay, so they finish the rest of their trip. They wind up in Las Vegas, and they are at a hotel called the Lotus Casino. And they come in again. Remember, they had no money. They were broke. The hotel looks like just a giant playroom, video games and TVs and all kinds of things. So they get in, and right away, welcome to Lotus Casino. Here's your room key. I stammered, but... No, he said, laughing. The bill's taken care of. No extra charges, no tips. Just go on up to the top floor, room 4001. If you need anything, like extra bubbles for the hot tubs or skeet targets for the shooting range or whatever, just call the front desk. Here are your Lotus cash cards. They work in the restaurants and all the games and rides. He handed us each a green plastic credit card. I knew there must be some mistake. Obviously, he thought we're some millionaire's kids. But I took the card and said, how much is on here? His eyebrows knit together. What do you mean? I mean, when does it run out of cash? He laughed. Oh, you're making a joke. Hey, that's cool. Enjoy your stay. So they're in this casino. They've got everything paid for. So I don't know who paid them or paid for them. And they are going to be able to eat and shower and get all clean. And I think at one point Percy wants to get rid of that backpack, so he kind of throws it in the garbage. And they're all playing games and they're having a lot of fun. However, excuse me, Percy starts to notice that a lot of kids were just dressed weird. There's a few people that look really strange and their clothing just didn't match what Percy was wearing. So he started talking to a few of them. So he talks to one guy, "Hey Darren, what year is it?" And the guy thought he was joking. He says, "Oh, it's 1977. Then he talks to another person. "Oh, it's 1985. And then another person, 1993. And then Percy starts putting two and two together and figures out that, we have to get out of here because we could be stuck here for the rest of our life. And he literally has to drag Annabeth and Grover out of the casino because they were so into their games. All of a sudden, as they were leaving, Aries' backpack all of a sudden is slung over Percy's shoulder again. So it seemed to be magically got back. And so all told, they were in the Lotus Casino for 5 long days. And to them, it felt like nothing. So they have 1 day before the summer solstice to find the missing Master Bolt and get it back to New York. So this is really a tough challenge for them. So, but that's that. So look forward to the next chapter of We Shop for Waterbeds. So, okay, that's it, everyone. Thank you very much for listening.